We're approaching some sort of land beyond imagination.
What could be better than serving up smiles?
You ever have one of those moments where you think, how did I get here?
This is incredibly offensive, extremely upsetting.
When you throw a human voice on over the air, boy, you got something.
What's the difference? You can't see who's doing it.
Boy, you're going to hear something.
The show is going to be entertaining and interesting.
Would you like to have another cup of coffee?
Coffee? Can't you get me something that'll put me to sleep?
Hi, everybody, and welcome to NSS. This is the Reynolds Report. Nickelodeon halted its regularly scheduled programming for 17 minutes yesterday to honor the 17 students and faculty members killed 1 month ago in Parkland, Florida. From 10 a.m. until 10:17 a.m., Nickelodeon broadcasted one simple message. The screen read, "In support of kids leading the way today, Nickelodeon will be off the air until 17 minutes past the hour." As teenagers across the U.S. marched against gun violence yesterday in support of the students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School, the school's faculty offered their own assessment of the government's reaction. Here's new audio of 3 members of the Parkland, Florida High School staff responding to the gun laws that have been proposed, namely the idea that teachers should be carrying guns.
I don't believe that arming teachers is the solution.
It's called concealed carry, where a teacher would have a concealed gun on them.
I just don't see how it would have helped in this scenario. I don't see how it helps in any scenario. I think it puts more teachers' lives on the line.
We're supposed to keep our kids safe, and we did the best we could, but the failure is way above our local level here. The failure is not our school. Teachers teach, and now you want us to be a law enforcement agent too? I'm a yoga teacher. Where am I packing my gun? In my yoga pants? I don't think so. Am I leaving it on the corner of my mat?
The gun's a machine, the killer is a person, and without the crazy person, without the person's having evil intent, the gun can't do anything.
All right.
Mental health has got to be dealt with.
I want to go back to
There is some work to be done on the mental health side. There needs to be domestic violence, restraining orders, policing to have the ability to take weapons away from people that they deem to be a threat. I want to make sure that the gun issue is discussed because you cannot solve this problem without talking about guns.
She's a senior writer for the National Review. He fears that the loathing on both sides of the gun debate could sever the ties that unite us as a nation.
What are we debating? Are we debating the lives of our babies?
Your comments this week and those of our president have been pathetically weak.
I would say to the politicians that they need to listen to their constituents, that they need to listen to teachers. Far too often, they make decisions about what's happening in the classroom without talking to the teachers.
I want to tell the politicians that they need to remember that they work for the people, and they need to be warned that these young adults are going to be voters soon. Emma has more followers on Twitter than the NRA. So right there, that should tell you that there's going to be more votes going in a certain area that is going to help make change in gun laws.
Still with the kids for just a sec, Netflix has wisely put a stop to a test promo that was awarding badges for viewing certain kids shows. Netflix, who seemed to be emulating the Boy Scouts, had been testing these badges for a couple of weeks now, awarding a focused subset of its viewers patches or badges for completing episodes of shows like A Series of Unfortunate Events. The badges didn't unlock any additional content, but functioned as a kind of reward unto themselves. Social media feedback from parents was really negative, with many users either expressing confusion about the badges themselves or frustration about Netflix's decision to gamify binge viewing.
It's time for Things Kids Learn from Cartoons.
Ooh, I'm sorry. We don't accept Discovery Card. We do take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, Diners Club, Traveler's Checks, even a gentleman's agreement to come back and pay tomorrow. But no Discovery Card.
What? I guess Discovery Card isn't as widely accepted as I thought.
That's it for Things Kids Learn from Cartoons.
President Trump fired the Secretary of State on Twitter yesterday. It makes sense when you consider that Trump found the guy on Tinder. The World Series champion Houston Astros visited the White House earlier this week, and today Donald Trump fired the Houston Astros. 60 Minutes interviewed Betsy DeVos, and they're about to interview Stormy Daniels. That's right, two women equally qualified to be education secretary. Meanwhile, Trump has decided to not implement new rules that would have made raising farm animals more humane. Without the new rules, livestock can continue to be raised in ways that some find disturbing. For example, hens can continue to be made to watch The Bachelor in order to produce more eggs. A California school teacher accidentally fired his gun in a crowded classroom while teaching about gun safety. You know, we all make mistakes. It could happen to any moron. Ford is recalling 1.4 million cars because apparently the steering wheels could fall off. Picky, picky, picky. New survey says Little Rock, Arkansas is the fattest city in the U.S. The people there were so upset they wanted to post their angry thoughts on the internet, but their smartphone was way over there on the other side of the room. Time for Nobody Gives a F***. According to reports, Taco Bell has sold 53 million orders of its nacho fries. The fries are so successful, they're thinking about expanding into Mexican food. Hey, Chihuahuas, nobody gives a f***. A judge has ruled on the dispute over who will be allowed to take custody of the body of notorious serial killer Charles Manson. So, congratulations to Hard Rock Cafe. Hey, Charlie, nobody gives a f***. And the UN has named Finland the world's happiest nation. 2 words, free cable. Hey, UN, nobody gives a f***. Thanks, everybody. We have a new episode of the Reynolds Report for you every weekday. Be sure to check out NSS Live, starring Frank D'Angelo, Tuesdays and Thursdays, right here on NSS.